One second. Very, very clear that Brahma, Shiva, always desire to associate with a devotee like Haridas. The demigods headed by Brahma always hanker to become glorious by obtaining the association of the Mahabhagat devotee like Haridas. So very important to associate with Mahabhagat. So Mahabhagat are the ones who never forget Krishna even in any difficult situations. I want to glorify my father. My father is really a Mahabhagat. Because in this crisis also, 2:30 is waking up and chanting the holy name. A Shri Vaishnava and getting the service of Shri Vaishnava is very fortunate. So today, Gautam was there with my father whole night in the hospital. He was saying 2:30 is sitting and chanting. And 4:30 he says, I just want to get up. And somehow he could stand, hip fracture. So Mahabhagavats are those who are not shaken in any situation. They are Mahabhagavat. Now Chaitanya, in this Chaitanya Bhagavat, we have seen how Haridas was beaten 22 streets, but he chanted the holy name of Lord. One is physical beating, one is the miseries. Just imagine one eye, just with one eye, that too can see only just 2 inches, the distance 2 inches. He doesn't have one eye. But if you see him, is always peaceful, chanting the holy name of Lord. Is always peaceful. I was remembering Bhishma Pitama. Bhishma Pitamaha always also was in the arrows of the bed. One is seeing the gross difficulty, one is seeing the miseries. But in that circumstances, if a person is remembering Krishna, then what should be the prayers which others should do for them? That let their consciousness be always with Lord. We don't know how much lifetime they have, maybe 1 month, 2 months, we don't know. But in whatever circumstances, they should always remember Krishna. So that verse of Varaha Puran, I was just chanting today. Yadi vatadi doshena mad bhakto mam nachasmarit aham smarami mad bhaktah nayami paramam gatim. Even because of some circumstances, my devotee is not able to remember Krishna. Even in that circumstances, I'll make it a point that I'll remember the Lord. I'll remember the devotee. That is why my father is getting the association of so many devotees. Yesterday, Kamalochan Prabhuji was speaking to him. He said, Swamingal, he could see that much inch only in the mobile. So that means whatever devotional service we are doing, that is never forgotten by Krishna. In any circumstances, others will chant for them. So that is the power of devotion. We can see Haridas Thakur, he was beaten in 22 streets. What difficulties did he not face? Even in the cave where he was, there was a serpent emitting all hot, poisonous air. But Srila Haridas Thakur is never affected. In any circumstances, the one who always remembers Krishna, and that is what is a mercy we should take from the Mahabhagavatas. We should just, because I remember not a day he never spoke Krishna Katha. There was not a day when I have not heard. Every day, let that be night, 12 o'clock, even if he comes after doing all his concrete work and all, because he was engineer. But he used to always tell me Bhagavad Katha every day. From where he used to speak. Just imagine from the age of, my consciousness is from the age of 3 years. Before that also he used to speak. From that time, every day one Katha for him. So many parents, they grow their children. They become tired and they come and sleep. But my father used to tell, and he used to tell me, sing Sri Rangapura every day. This was our habit. Till my age of 21, I stayed in their house after I got married. This was our everyday work. At any time, he'll come early, come late. I'll sing Sri Rangapura, massage his feet, and he will tell one Krishna Katha. So this is an ideal parent, an ideal father. So that is what a Mahabhagavata darshan, Mahabhagavata seva is not just a father. There are many fathers. He is not just a father. I always considered him as my guru. I never see any difference between him and Kamalochan Prabhu. Same So many Tirtha Kshetras he used to take us, tell about the Tirtha Kshetras. Whenever I look at Kamalochan Prabhu, I see him like my father. I see my father in him. And when I see my father, I see Kamalochan Prabhuji in him. So that is how he has been my guru. For me, so soon tears doesn't come. Never cry for anyone. Pray to all the devotees. He is a Mahabhagavad. This is Shri Vaishnava. Just chant for him one round. He will never express his difficulty to anyone. The day he retired, next day he went with an accident. He used to always pray one thing. Oh Lord, whatever, knowingly, unknowingly, I have committed a mistake. You give me punishment in this lifetime. I used to say, why are you asking this? Every time he used to ask this prayer. So when Kunti Maharani prayers I read, and Krishna also tests the devotees. He shows through the life of the devotees. He used to ask this thing. Even today he asks this. Even in spite of so much miserable condition, he will say, oh Lord, wonderful. You give me more miseries so that I will cut off all my sins. I can be eligible to come to your home. Who will ask this prayer? Only one who is not afraid of this material world, who loves Krishna. I don't know. I don't have that consciousness. I am afraid. I pray, Lord, oh Lord, remove him out of the misery. Remove everybody out of the misery. But he will say, give me miseries, give me miseries. So when I first read Kunti Maharani prayers, I was shocked. Yes, this is what my father, he openly tells to Lord, oh Lord, very good, wonderful. You removed one eye. You could have removed another eye also. You remove my ears also, so that I will never hear any materialistic talk. This is what he prayed in Dwarka. I took him to Dwarka. At that time, he used to praying to Krishna, oh Krishna, please remove my 2 ears also, so that I can always chant your holy name. I will not be hearing anything. My mother sometimes, ladies, what to do? She'll speak. Sometimes the trouble, sometimes she's pained, and she speaks and she prays to Lord. So Mahabhagavatas are one who are never affected by their situation. In any amount of difficulties, any amount of crisis, he doesn't have more life now. Whatever small life now he's having, his horoscope also shows that. But that is the only prayer. Let his consciousness, let him be always overjoyed with the chanting of the holy name. Pains and all will be there because he has asked for. Krishna gives whatever you ask. So whatever pains he has, but he will not be troubled because he's chanting the holy name of Lord. That confidence is there. And all the devotees also with him. Every devotee is chanting for him. I met Guru Maharaj. Seeing him also, I felt like to cry. And I cried also. His spit is just coming out of his mouth. In that he's not able to speak. But see, he went to Delhi, went to Kurukshetra. So they are the ones who are always for others. They are the ones who, they are always thinking of our benefit. What we are before them, nothing. When I met Guru Maharaj, I told him, why don't you take care of yourself, Maharaj? Why are you traveling so much? You come and stay in Boisar. I will massage your feet, Maharaj. I want the others devotee also to serve you. You come and stay there. Now enough of all this administration. He said, I have some responsibilities. Just see, at this age, when we always glorify Srila Prabhupada, but we should glorify Srila Prabhupada's disciples also. At this age of 77, when 70 now, Maharaj must be 80 years. When he's talking, it's not that he's spitting. The spit just comes out. He's not able to talk. Voice is not coming out. But still dynamic figure. They are Mahabhagavatas. They are not worried about their external comforts or external anything, external pains. They're not even worried about that also. Not only comforts, they are not worried about the external pains also. You tell any Maharaj, Jai Pataka Maharaj, Radha Govind Maharaj. They are all beyond these rules and regulations. Rules and regulations are for sadhakas. They are beyond because their mind is completely absorbed in Krishna. And that is what we have to learn. One is we can see these personalities, and one is my father, who is not seen by everyone, but he is a Mahabhagavata. Jati kula saba nirari thaka bujaite janmi lena nicha kula kule prabhura agyate. On the order of the Lord, Haridas was born in a low-class family to show that birth in a high caste or family life or good family is useless. Now see, he asked, Lord, you give me punishment. I want to be born in a low caste. So because he wanted to do prayashchita as a Brahma, when Brahma Vimoha Leela happens, he wanted to do prayashchita. So he asked Lord that let me be born in a low class. He's born. But now Lord, even if he gives what the devotee wants, but Lord wants to show to the whole world, bhakti is not dependent on high caste or low caste. Bhakti is for everyone. One has to give bhakti to everyone, irrespective of whatever caste or creed he is. Due to pious and sinful activities, the conditioned souls take birth in higher or lower species of life. This is simply an example of the fruits of their karma. From the spiritual point of view, there is no value at all in the prestige resulting from mundane caste and ancestry. By the supreme will of the all auspicious Lord, Haridas Thakur appeared in a Muslim family to preach this supreme truth to the entire world. So it doesn't matter which family you are born. You can be born a non-Hindu, but if you have love for Krishna, then that is more glorious than being born as a Brahmin who doesn't have love for Krishna. So if a Brahmana doesn't have love for Krishna, it's just Divya Bandhu. But born in a Brahmana family, loving Krishna, oh, that is wonderful. Adamakulete yadi Vishnu bhaktaya tathapi sei se puja sarva shastre kaya. If a devotee of the Lord is born in a low-class family, he is still worthy of worship. This is the verdict of the scriptures. Taking birth in superior or inferior families indicates the superiority or inferiority of the fruits of one's karma. Yes. So this is the most important line. Where Srila Prabhupada in Bhagavad Gita says, Sakarma, Vikarma, both are actually Vikarma only. If you do Sakarma, the activities which is prescribed in the Vedas, what is the highest benefit you will get? You will be born in a wonderful family. You will have all glorious things with you. But if you are done some vikarma, which is not prescribed in the Vedas, such activities, then you will be punished. But then, what is the use of getting some advantageous position? And what is the use of getting some inferior position if we are not subservient to Krishna or if we are not remembering Krishna? So both sakarma, vikarma, getting birth in some higher planetary system or going to some lower planets. If we don't remember Krishna, everything is only on the level of birth and death cycle. One is in the material world only, whether higher planets or lower planets. The living entity is constitutionally a devotee of Lord Vishnu. And although by temporary familial identification, he may be inferior or superior, he is actually superior or inferior in proportion to his devotion to the Lord. This is loudly proclaimed in all Vaishnava literatures. It is not a fact that one who is born in a lower family is unqualified for devotional service to Vishnu. A Vaishnava born in a lower family is a qualified Brahmana and a spiritual master and is worshipable by all devotees, by all non-devotees born in higher class families. Again, this is a very powerful statement. A Vaishnava born in a lower family is worthy of worship for all the non-devotees born in a high-class community. Uttama kulete janmi Shri Krishna na bhaje kuletar ki karibe narakete maje. And if someone is born in a high-class family, but does not worship the lotus feet of Krishna, then his high birth is useless and he falls to hell. So Krishna's name should be chanted in all circumstances. But what is the use even born in a high-class family and is not chanting? Even after taking birth in a higher family, as a result of pious activities, if one is averse to the service of the Lord, he will certainly go to hell. This is confirmed in the following statements of Chamas, one of the nine Yugendras, to Maharaj Nimi in the Bhagavatam. Ya esham purusham sakshat atma prabhavam ishwaram na bhajanti avajananti sthanad brashtah patanti yadaha. If any of the members of the four varnas and four ashramas fail to worship or intentionally disrespect the personality of Godhead, who is the source of their own creation, they will fall down from their position into a hellish state of life. ये सब वेद वाक्येर साक्षी देखाइते जन्मिलेन हरिदास आदम कुलेते. Haridas took birth in a low-class family to prove the words of the scriptures. So scriptures speak about it. Srimad Bhagavatam is spoken about it. Even if he is born in four varnas, four ashramas, if he is not worshipping Krishna, what is the use? Then they have to go to the hellish planets. So to prove this statement, Krishna sends his representatives. And their representatives get a lot of difficulties. And Krishna wants to show, even in spite of their difficult situations, Prabhupada, the empowered representative of Krishna, what difficulties he has not faced. But still, the world has seen that such personalities have come to uplift our difficulties. Though they are in difficulties. Prabhupada's health problem, nobody to support him, financial problem. But still, he has come to uplift conditioned souls like us. His disciples, what difficulties they don't face. We want to just take darshan of Maharaj. I never go without he calling me, because I don't want to disturb him. We generally go to seek their mercy, but we never ask whether you have eaten or not. And they wait till everybody goes, then they take the prasad. That means they are ready to give up anything and everything for Krishna's service. That is their love for the devotees. Prahladaye hena daita kapi hanumana yehi mata haridasa nicha jati nama haridasa sparshavancha kare devagana ganga vanchena haridasera majjana. Haridas was born in a low family, like Prahlad is born in a demonic family, Hanuman in a monkey family. And your monkey means animals only, na? But though born in an animal monkey family or demonic family or low family, the demigods desire to touch the feet of Haridas. And even Mother Ganga desires that Haridas bathe in her waters. So in the purport, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur writes, Srila Prabhupada appeared in a demon family that was naturally averse to Vishnu. Hanumanji appeared in a family of animals by the supreme will of the Lord. Thakur Haridas appeared in a low-class Muslim family. Generally, human beings desire to become purified by either touching the demigods or taking bath in Ganga. But what to speak of the demigods headed by Lord Brahma? Even the most sanctified Ganga, who emanates from the lotus feet of Vishnu, desires to become glorious by the touch of the Mahabhagavat Paramahamsa. Vaishnavacharya Haridas Thakur, who is a representative of all the demigods. Now it is other way around. Demigods want to touch the lotus feet of Haridas Thakur. Ganga wants to get sanctified by the touch of Haridas Thakur. Just see. Everybody goes to Ganga to get purified. But Ganga wants to purify herself by taking bath, by taking the touch of Haridas Thakur's lotus feet. So that is a position which Mahabhagavat has got. So Lord Krishna is so merciful. Even though Lord Krishna wants to put the Mahabhagavats in difficulties, he is showing to the whole world, even though they are in difficulty, they are not in difficulty. Why? Savai guna, sagunan samatitetan, brahma bhuyaya kalpate. They have crossed the three modes of material nature. One may see, oh, they are suffering, they are suffering. No, they are releasing. They are releasing the pastimes of Krishna. Krishna Karnamritam is written by Bilva Mangal Thakur, who removed his two eyes. When we remember Bilva Mangal Thakur, we can also remember Periyanambi Mahapurna, who removed his own eyes. When the Chola king, he wanted Kurat Alvar and Mahapurna to accept Shaivism. Kurat Alvar told, I will not. I'll remove your eyes, he said. He said, why you should remove? I'll only remove. Then he removed his own eyes, Kurat Alvar, Kuresha. And here Mahapurna was removed. They removed eyes of Mahapurna. He was old. He could not bear the pain. So he had to give up his body. At that time, it so happens, they were on the way to Sri Rangam. But on the way, he had to leave the body. But now while leaving the body, his head is on the feet of Kuresha. He has placed his head on the feet of Kuresha, and his lotus feet was in the lap of his daughter. At that time, Kuresha is crying, oh, Mahabhagavat like you should give up their body in Srirangam, in Tirtha Kshetras. What plight that you have to give up this body in this forest region. He said, doesn't matter. Wherever I have the lotus lap of Kurat Alvar, a great devotee of Lord, that itself is Vaikuntha for me. His daughter is crying and he left his body. Just see what consciousness. Generally, people run to Vrindavan to leave their body. We can remember how Prabhupada said, wherever I go, Krishna is there with me. Because I am making temple of Krishna. And wherever temple of Krishna is there with me. So that place itself is Vrindavan. I don't have to wait for that. Krishna will see. Krishna will help me. So when he was in his last stages that year, it so happened in Africa, he was called for temple opening. All the devotees cried, Prabhupada, everybody seeks the shelter of Vrindavan. You are leaving Vrindavan and going. He said, wherever Krishna Katha is there, that place is Vrindavan. Wherever temple openings are there, that place is Vrindavan. Krishna stays there. So the consciousness of the pure devotees, they don't mind where to leave the body. Because wherever they are leaving the body, they are remembering Krishna. So when they are remembering Krishna, Krishna is there with all his opulences, all his sweetness. Whole Vaikuntha is there. So let us all pray for Mahabhagavat, my father. Let us pray for him that let his always consciousness be in Krishna. At every circumstances, let him be. And his teachings I can never forget. He always used to tell me, never be carried away by the praises done on the face. Always remember those who criticize you, they are your best friends. I used to remember Ramanujacharya's teachings. So this is all the teachings which the Father has given. And anytime, any sickness, get up. Don't say, I am sick, I am sick. Sickness is like a barking dog. So whenever you are sick, do more activity. Don't lie down on the bed. This is the biggest teaching which I have got. And that is what makes me move in every, because I remember, even if I fall sick, sometimes Chandrapati Prabhu asks me, what is that energy from where you get? That is because of my father's teaching. He never pampered me when I was sick. He used to tell me, no, I will not pamper. Get up and study. Get up, go, chant. 4 o'clock used to wake me up. Even in the fever also, 4 o'clock I used to wake up. Generally, we pamper our children so much. We pamper ourselves also, lying down on the bed, always telling my head, this is paining, that is paining. But my father used to tell me, whenever it is paining, get up. I don't know. Those teachings are so powerful teachings. And I was when I got married, at the time after Kanyadan, he's telling to me, see, what will come out of your husband's house is your dead body only. Just because we are sitting close to you, you should not be very freely coming. Just imagine, loves me so much. But he told me not to come so much. Just think that once or twice. And never bring any complaints. Even if your husband scolds you, don't bring your complaints to me. Generally, we like to speak about our husbands to the whole world. My husband is like this, my husband is like that. My father used to say, even if your husband is a drunkard, but my Prabhuji is a saintly person. He used to teach like that. Even if your husband is a drunkard, even if your husband is beating you, never complain. So this is all wonderful teachings which I have got from my father. So let us imbibe those teachings of Mahabhagavatas. We generally complain about our husbands. It's the wrong thing. We lose our chastity the moment we complain about our husband. Let the husband be whatever he is. It is our karma. If we have got a saintly husband, wonderful karma. If we have got a husband who is beating us, anyhow, it is killing our karmas. So we should never speak about our house to anyone. Never speak about our husbands. Just love everyone and pray to Krishna that let everybody get wonderful consciousness to remember Krishna. So this is what I can pass on the teachings of my father to all of you, because he's your father also. Though he may not have come out because of the grahastha life, if he would have been a sannyasi, he would have been no less than Srila Prabhupada. For that much power, that much consciousness when he has. Hare Krishna. Any doubts? Yes, Satyabhama Mataji, any doubts?
No, no doubts, Mataji, but we'll pray and we'll chant for your Prabhu, for your father. I remember in Narayan Damodar Das wedding, Radha was sitting, we were sitting one row behind him. Then he made Radha sit next to him, and he used to tell about his stories and his pastimes about the bridge, about the stations and bridges he constructed. And he said, I constructed Kanjur Marg station. And then he used to ask maths questions to Radha. She sat there for 1 or 2 hours. She was sitting with your father, and they were having a nice chat. Is what I can remember of your father. And when I went to your home, also he will talk very less. Only your mother will talk so much with us. So he used to be always very silent. So hearing his qualities, I was just remembering him in this class today. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram.